The so-called pocket pets have stolen the hearts of many. Pocket pets are smaller mammals such as guinea pigs, hamsters, and even hedgehogs and sugar gliders. Pocket pets are generally small enough to fit in a pocket, not that they actually enjoy being in one. Their small size often makes them much easier to care for. While hamsters and guinea pigs are great, most are unaware that there are plenty of other fascinating rodents and small mammals that also make wonderful pets. Here are 11 exotic small pets that you may not have heard of, but are legal to own in many places. The steppe lemming is not a so-called true lemming like the Arctic tundra-dwelling rodents featured in a certain Disney documentary that shall not be named. They are, however, a close relative, and they are found in some arid regions of Eurasia in the wild. While there have been some unfortunate myths spread about lemmings, what is true is that they can make for unique and interesting pets. About the size of a hamster, steppe lemmings require pretty similar care, with two exceptions. They are mostly herbivorous, requiring a grass and seed-based diet, and they are relatively social animals that normally live in colonies in the wild. In captivity, it is recommended to keep them in same-sex pairs, monitoring them for compatibility. Also different from hamsters, they are not recommended for handling and are better as pets to observe. As readily available hamster products are suitable for them, steppe lemmings can be considered if you're looking for something different. Interested in something more arboreal? Meet the pygmy squirrel, better known as the African pygmy dormouse. The former name is more of a marketing term, although they do really look and act like tiny pocket squirrels. They are active little animals, bounding from branch to branch and interacting with each other. They should be fed an omnivorous diet of seeds, animal-based proteins, fruits, and nectar. Temperament-wise, most of these dormice are not the best to handle due to their flightiness, but if you keep them in a beautifully decorated vertical glass enclosure, these creatures in their environment can make for an amazing statement piece in the home. Although keep in mind, they are nocturnal animals. For a tiny rodent, they are long-lived, about 4 to 5 years. Multiple animals can be kept together if compatible, giving these pets all the thrills of a larger mammal exhibit in a small package. Meet the Duprasi, also known as the fat-tailed gerbil and often called dupes by rodent enthusiasts. If you consider gerbils to be easy care pets but are looking for something a little different, the Duprasi is a perfect choice. Hailing from the Saharan regions of Africa, these nocturnal rodents have an adorable appearance with very unique tails that give them their name. These tails actually store fat, similarly to camels. Owners describe them as clumsy, and they will literally fall over sometimes, but they also love to climb and hang upside down. Despite the word gerbil in their name, they have other unique characteristics that make them distinct. Instead of biting, they stand up and kind of slap you with their front teeth, or even vibrate. But get this, one owner says they can be soothed by stroking their belly. However, this species tends to be on the friendlier side compared to other rodent choices and can be moderately handled. Unlike gerbils, they do not have the need to dig extensive burrows, making Duprasi a potentially even easier pet than their popular relatives. Most North Americans haven't heard of Degus, but they are one of the more popular additions to this list, as evidenced by the existence of specific commercial diets that are available in specialty stores for them. This South American Chilean native is diurnal, herbivorous, and highly social. You'll often see these medium-sized rodents in tight-knit groups, and given such, you could guess that it is essential they have companionship from their own species, just like guinea pigs. This is essential to avoid boredom and behavioral problems. Their care has parallels with chinchilla husbandry, as they require a dust bath and an enclosure that allows for them to hop up on elevated surfaces. Of course, provide plentiful enrichment for this playful, engaging species. As they are rodents, they love to chew, and these unusual creatures are more vocal than you'd expect. They have a reasonable lifespan of around 8 years, and they are a great pet for newbies to less common pets. Rats are some of the most celebrated pets in the small animal world, but have you heard of the Acacia rat? It's an arboreal African rodent. As their name suggests, they love to nest in acacia trees in the wild. In captivity, their love of climbing should be accommodated. They should be fed seeds, fruits, vegetables, and insect-based protein. Their care is relatively straightforward, however. They are not the best species for direct handling. They are not as easy to find as other pocket pets since not many breeders commit to them, but they may be worth the effort. They live around 3 to 5 years. Hedgehogs, once considered exotic and rarely kept as pets, have hit the mainstream pet market. However, there are less common hedgehog types that are starting to make themselves known. The long-eared hedgehog is a different species from African pygmy hedgehogs. They come to us from Central Asia and the Middle East and sport prominent, adorable ears that help them stay cool in their desert home. They require almost the same care as the more popular hedgehog varieties. However, long ears are known to be even more playful, chasing cat toys and expressing a higher level of confidence when interacting with their owners. They are, of course, carnivorous and should be fed insect and other meat-based foods, in addition to a quality commercial diet. Like other hedgehogs, they can live to be around 7 years old, give or take, depending on their care, which is a little longer than African pygmies. Some believe they are also less prone to illness. They can make an incredible option for those who love hedgehogs. This is not a sugar glider. Did you know flying squirrels are somewhat popular pets? Although they are less commonly available. The southern flying squirrel is a United States native with impressive gliding ability. They are tree-dwelling, nocturnal animals that can be surprisingly affectionate with their owners. Flying squirrel owners are encouraged to form close bonds with their pet by carrying them around in a pouch when they're babies. Some might consider this to make them demanding pets, but others absolutely love this requirement. This is definitely a pet for those who want to handle and cuddle with their pocket pet. Flying squirrels should have a sizable, tall enclosure with a nest box. They are long-lived rodents, with a lifespan of up to 15 years. Their omnivorous diet consists of fruits, nuts, veggies, insects, and protein, which can be purchased as pre-made mixes. All in all, an amazing pet choice for the right owner, even if their care is a little more involved. Looking for another unique, close Mongolian gerbil relative? Jirds are bushy-tailed rodents with highly similar care, as they are a type of gerbil. There are multiple species that have appeared in the pet trade at some point. In the wild, they are found throughout the Middle East, North Africa, and West Asia. They are quick and curious, and their care is identical to the more well-known gerbils. A deep layer of bedding for tunneling, constantly refreshed chewing material, and a diet of hamster or gerbil mix with more or less animal protein depending on the species is a must. They can live up to 7 years old. Fancy mice are not the only mousy options you can keep as a pet. The zebra mice are of African origin and are distinctive in their appearance with their striped patterns. Also called Barbary striped grass mice, these are nervous little critters, although they are a joy to watch. And what's better, their care is pretty straightforward. Like domestic mice, they should be housed in a well-ventilated tank with a diet of mainly seed mix. This is another social species that fare best when kept in carefully introduced groups, but this just makes them more fun to watch. They also live a little longer than regular mice. There are so much enrichment options available commercially for small rodents, as well as easy and cheap options that can be found around the house, that zebra mice are an easy, low-maintenance pet option. Sometimes you just want a pet that's on the smaller side because smaller tends to be easier to manage. Therefore, you can't go wrong with the African pygmy mouse, one of the smallest rodents in the world. About the size of a grape, this sub-Saharan native is tiny but fascinating. As another social animal, they should be kept in groups. Imagine an ant farm, but with a colony of tiny active climbing rodents instead. The downside? It's not recommended to handle this species due to their nervousness and fragility. They should also only be kept in tanks due to their size. Seeds, fruits, vegetables, and other standard rodent mixes are suitable for this relatively low-maintenance animal. They live about 2 years, but some have recorded up to 4 years. Bipedal mammals are fascinating and uncommon, and kangaroo rats belong to this exclusive group of animals. Native to the arid regions of North America, this unusual rodent makes a wonderful, low-maintenance pet, as long as you have the right setup. One particularly interesting fact about the kangaroo rat is that they drink little or no water, and many owners don't even offer a water source, providing access to daily fresh vegetables instead. They eat mainly seeds, but also consume grasses, forbs, and maybe a small amount of insects. In captivity, seeds and vegetables comprise an adequate diet. Simply give kangaroo rats plenty of room to hop around and sufficient substrate to burrow, with a hiding area with multiple chambers, and you'll have a happy, interesting rodent pet that can live for several years. If you're looking for an unconventional pet that's small, fascinating, and full of personality, any of these 11 unique rodents and small mammals could be a great choice. Before bringing one home, make sure to research their specific care needs and check the local laws regarding pet ownership in your area. Which one of these small pets caught your attention? Would you keep any of these small mammals as pets, or have you owned one? Let us know in the comments. Also, please like and subscribe for more content if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.